Hi, Felicia. Thanks so much for chatting to me today. Tim Travers and the Time Traveler's Paradox, that's a mouthful, is out today in the UK. Can you tell us a little bit more about the film and your character?
Yeah, Tim Travers is, as you said, it's a comedy about time travel. And the creator, Stimson Sneed, who is the director, writer, producer, he kind of set out with this movie to subvert the tropes of time travel in a delightful comedic way. It's low budget, but it feels so organic and fun and real because it's coming from the heart of a true nerdy person who loves sci-fi. That it's just a really special film, and I think that if you love anything in the genre, comedy, sci-fi, and particularly like to pick apart plots and things like that, you're going to find this to be delightful. My character is sort of an anti-lead lady. She is sardonic and sarcastic and was a delight to play. I get to drop a lot of profanity, so please don't watch with your children. But you will laugh at all the things that we do. And the cast is fantastic. So yeah, definitely check it out.
It's definitely got a lot of heart, and like you said, you can tell it's been made by nerdy people who absolutely love the genre.
Yep.
And talking of the genre, you're no stranger to sci-fi and genre work, and you've played so many like kick-ass characters, including a whole bunch of like voice acting in some of my kids' favorite TV shows. So
What
thanks
are
for
they? What are
that.
they? What are they?
Adventure Time, My
Oh,
Little Pony, the Owl House. They love the Owl House, so
oh
very
yeah.
excited about that. So you're no stranger to playing those kind of characters. What about Delilah drew you to the film? I know you said she's sardonic and sarcastic. She's really cool. Was was there anything
Yeah.
in particular that drew you to her?
Well, I'm not really a lead lady. I'm more of a quirky character actor, which I'm very happy with. And when I get the script, I was like, oof, I don't know if I'm the lead lady part. And then I read the script, and it's so subversive in its approach to not only time travel but everything. And so Delilah is just like a very layered character. Whatever you think of, like, oh, mad scientist, time travel girl, lead character, just toss it on its head and be surprised. That's essentially what it is. And when I read the script, I was like, oh, I can bring something to this. She's an equal. She's questioning. She's not there just to serve another, she's there almost in a oppositional way to having the plot go where it needs to go, which is kind of opposite of what usually most female characters are, just there along for the ride of the lead guy. So I just love playing her. I love sassy attitudes, and I like burning things to the ground, which I think this movie like is exists to sort of like undermine the tropes, and that's what I really love about it. I would love this movie as a viewer, so to be in it is a thrill.
And she's got really cool dress sense and really cool home decor as well. So some more cool points for how awesome Delilah is.
Thank you.
No spoilers for the film, but we see Tim and the Tims engaging in certain activities. What do you think Delilah would do if there were multiple versions of herself? And what would you do if there were multiple versions of you?
Boy, oh boy. I mean, I think I think on a basic character, Delilah is lazy and angry. So I think that she would have multiple versions of herself do literally everything that she didn't want to do, and she'd be basically on a couch, like eating popcorn and watching TV.
That's
That's what
exactly what I would do.
is it?
I would
Okay,
have
great.
one that goes to work, one that does all my chores,
Mm-hmm.
and then the real, like, original me would be watching TV all day and playing on my Switch and just being a little gremlin.
Do you think, I think any mother would probably answer the same thing. I have an 8-year-old, and I'm like, when you realize right after you have a child, you're like, oh no, I need to be 5 people now. And it
Hmm.
just gets worse and worse and worse. So yes, I think this is the secret dream of all mothers, because we basically clone ourselves in trying to get a day done anyway.
Hmm.
I think, for me, probably something similar. I think I would have one version of me be fit and look camera ready. So I could just, oh, that's the version that Hollywood would probably love. And the rest of me's on the couch eating pastry because I just love pastry. I would be baking all the time. and I wouldn't even care, because I could just be the hot version of myself. Hot.
You are hot.
Thank you.
Don't own it, own it. What do you think Delilah would do? Do you think she would do something akin to what Tim does? Or do you think she'd be
Um,
off just causing havoc?
I think not to give spoilers, but I do think there is sort of a narcissistic bent to Delilah that might be similar with what Tim does. So I think she tried out. You know,
I I I would be curious too.
Why
And
not?
if that doesn't entice people to watch this movie today, nothing will. But
Don't watch it with your kids. Do
yeah,
not
don't
watch.
watch with your
I
kids.
did My Little Pony, but I also did this, and don't watch this one with your kids.
If you had a time machine, is there a particular movie you would want to go back and watch with an audience in the cinema on release day? For me, I would want to go back and watch The Exorcist with like original, not original,
Whoa.
with, when that came out. Can't use my words today, Felicia.
Yeah.
Or Saw, because I never saw Saw in the cinema when that came out either. And both of those movies to go into with an audience when nobody's expecting it would be incredible.
I mean, it has to be the first Star Wars because
I thought that might
just
be the case.
just not. I mean, I know that's cliche, but
No,
like
not at all.
knowing the history of that movie and how everybody was like, it's trash. It's like to have something like that. I do a lot of internet content, and everything is just a feeling. Like, and there's certain things that I've done in the past. Not very many, but you only get a couple viral things in your life unless you're super lucky. And like every time I had made a piece of content or I was in a piece of content that I was like, oh my God, everyone's going to love this, I could feel it in my bones. And the fact that most people don't recognize that or they discount it just based on the pitch, I just love it when people are undermined and subverted and surprised. And like, I think that Star Wars would be like, you'd sit there and you'd be like, oh my, I've never seen anything like that, especially in the mindset of the audience at this time. There never was, that was it.
Hmm.
So I think that would be fun. But that
I
maybe that's
think
just me being a cliched bee.
no, I think it's amazing because I was about 9 or 10 when Star Wars were all remastered and put back out into the cinema again, and I remember what it was like for me as somebody who had vague knowledge of Star Wars watching it for the first time.
Yeah.
So to be people who have no idea what Star Wars is and the impact it's going to have on the
Be
world
like,
must have
what?
just be incredible. So
Yeah.
it's a cliche answer, but I have got a cliche question for you because I
Great.
am genuinely interested. If you could go back to any time period with a time machine, where would you go back to? Because I'd want to go back to the Jurassic period and make friends with some dinosaurs.
I mean, this is a question I think about a lot. For me, um, as a woman, there is not a time that anyone would treat me better,
Hmm.
even though there's problems now. But there's absolutely no way. Um, Also, disease. Like the minute you step off, you're dead. Okay, you're getting something nasty. If I could be like an invisible viewer of it, I would love to see ancient Rome. I would just love to see
Ooh.
Rome during its height, during Augustus. I would just like to see it because I'm just kind of a I love it. I have a book coming out soon set in ancient Greece, and I just love mythology. I love the fact that I think that we would be surprised about how advanced they were and how it's not different from us. I just love reading history, seeing history, experiencing it in a way where it feels like, oh, yes, this is just people living, different buildings, different hygiene, different beliefs, but we're kind of the same. So, yeah, but I would not want to be a lady then because, ooh, not good.
Yeah, I've had that thought myself as well of wanting to go back to certain periods like Georgian and Edwardian and Victorian for the outfits, that I could have the
Yeah.
big beautiful dresses, but then I remember I wouldn't be allowed to do anything, I wouldn't be allowed to
Mm-mm.
read, I wouldn't be able to do anything fun, and they didn't have the internet then, so I probably wouldn't enjoy it. But
No,
dinosaurs would be a good time.
that's probably the best, and you might not catch something. There might not have been things that evolved with humans that you would be receptive to. So you could just walk out. You'd probably be eaten pretty fast,
No,
and it
they'd
would
be my
no.
friend, it'd be great.
Oh, so you want that land of the lost riding a dinosaur kind of thing? Okay, I'm in it.
Yeah,
I'm
a
into
girl
it.
can dream, a girl can dream.
I'm
And
not gonna
to
yuck your yum.
To wrap up, as a huge Buffy fan, I have to thank you and Vi for helping save the world. And this might be a question you're not allowed to answer, but will we see you in New Sunnydale? Will Vi come back and keep kicking ass?
I mean, I don't think the pilot is picked up. I can't imagine they won't pick it up, but I would only dream about it. Now, I know they're kind of inventing a new timeline, but in the initial Buffy kind of extension, season 8 and stuff like that, Vi was officially the head of the New York Slayers, like training girls,
Hmm.
all that stuff. So in my heart, I am that character because I love mentoring people, I love inspiring people, and I love kicking butts, and I love that character. And I love my time on Buffy, so boy, would it be a treat to go back and be on the show. But you know what? I've been on a lot of shows, and I just know that the writers need to do what they do. So crossing fingers for myself, but totally understand. I'll be watching either way.
Well, it makes sense for her to be in it. If she's been off being important and training Slayers,
I'm not dead.
she should be there.
And if
No,
even if you are
exactly.
dead, you could come back in those, like Vampire Vi. I'll do that.
Oh, Vampire Vi would be a vibe.
Mm-hmm. Right?
So good. Well,
Yeah.
thank you so much for chatting with me today. Everyone can go and watch Tim Travers and the Time Traveler's Paradox from today in the UK. So go watch it. Go watch Felicia kick ass. And thank you so much.
Thanks a lot. Nice meeting you.
Thank you, and you. Bye bye.
Bye.